You know, every week I try to have a level head approach to Rams games. I understand games are close. There's a lot of parity in the league. It's hard to blow teams out. But then I went back and I rewatched the Titans Broncos week 1 game. And I swear, if the Rams do not win by 20 and have 8 sacks, I'm going to lose my mind. We're going to talk about it this morning. Rams Titans preview. I am one half of this show, Tuna and the Sheriff. I'm Tuna. Here is Sheriff. Good
Hey,
morning. Caw.
dude. Caw, dude. Good friggin' morning, man. Feeling good, feeling amped up, ready for the bone zone. And yeah, all bone, all the way.
Called it.
You are 2-0 in our pants picks. That's unbelievable. Let's be real here.
For
That's
it's
incredible.
I think it's on brand because I don't care what uniforms they wear. I'm literally just picking at random. Whatever first comes to
Yeah.
my mind, I'm picking. Oh,
Well, yeah,
before we jump
yeah.
in, I've been giving them a shout out on my own shows, but I want to do it here. Action Engraving. They made this
Nice.
for me. I love
Yeah,
this. This is
I
like
think
my
sweet.
favorite thing. Yeah. They do all of the Rams change for people. So shout out Action Engraving. Go check them on Instagram. They're awesome.
Yeah, I know also he did do something. I'm not sure exactly what it was, so I'm blanking on it. But for Omar Spates' sister, I follow her on Twitter, and she's just super supportive and really cool and stuff like that. He made something for her as well, so she was kind of
Oh,
shouting out on Twitter. So that yeah, super cool, man. She said something about like that Omar's got a nickname. She was like, "Well, I'm not allowed to say it though." And I was like, "I'll do whatever you need for me to use it." I promise I'll only use it for good. I
you know what?
promise. I gotta
You know,
know.
I follow her on Twitter. She's a good follow, man.
Yeah,
She's funny.
absolutely.
She's always showing love to her brother. It's really cool. It's nice when
Dude.
you because like Braden Fisk's dad, Cam Curl's dad, like there's some
Yeah,
family members that are like really cool to follow on Twitter.
absolutely. Actually, I don't know if you know this, but she's up in Philadelphia and always goes to those games. Maybe that's somebody we should reach out to for next week, have a conversation with, because she's going to be there.
Ooh, that would be person number
All right,
2
let
from
me
Philly.
try. Let me try. Let me see what I can
You,
do.
yeah, hop in those DMs, Sheriff Joe Bags.
Yeah.
But we had to figure out a date, but we have verbally committed. Real talk with MJ. He's a huge Philadelphia Eagles creator. We will be collabing with him next week, talking week 3 game. But we
Let's
got week
go.
2. We got Titans. Are you
Yeah,
ready?
dude, what are we doing? We're going way ahead of ourselves, dude. There's a whole team in between us before we get to Philadelphia. Yes, I'm ready for the Tennessee Titans, man. I'm fired up for this game. The matchup is rather interesting to me. So I'm really curious to see how this game unfolds. I really don't know. I haven't settled on anything on like how I feel like it's gonna go yet. So I'm just excited to see what happens.
This is after watching the Packers game last night. When's the last time the Rams have just handled a game by like the third quarter? You're like, the Rams are winning this. Like, there's no back and forth. There's no accidental. You know what? For some reason, it's a 5-point game in the last 2 minutes. Like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna win, but it's like we're running across the finish line with Kyron Williams at the very end. When's the last time they've handily just handled someone and like the game was over by third
It's a
quarter
really
and they were just suffocating on defense because they can do it. They
yeah,
can do it.
absolutely. I almost want to. I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna pull up some seasons. Let's see last
And
year. Really,
and I know that's nitpicking. Like, hey, that it's a winning team, it's a winning franchise. Like wins are hard to come by, but at some point when you are that good of a team,
that's
look at
Minnesota.
the playoff game, right?
Yeah, that'd be it.
And it took, I'm not gonna, I don't want to bash a wonderful moment, but it took like an act of God to get them to that point. There's fires in LA. There's a lot of outside noise that kind of pushed them to that. I'm talking about just a regular season game.
Yeah, it's fair. The football gods were
Yeah.
not going to let us lose that game. So it
Oh yeah.
was like a full setup of like, yeah, we're going to beat the butt cheeks off the Minnesota Vikings. So, and we did. It was awesome. So,
And I say that point because going back and watching the Titans film, it's not like oh yeah, this is an okay team with a rookie quarterback. They got a lot of problems. I've perused their Twitter, perused their Reddit. Brian Callahan is not the favorite person in
yeah.
Tennessee right now. Play calling leaves Cam Ward out to dry. They got a lot of problems. They got some really good players, but this is a game where, like, man, they should also have 6 sacks on Cam Ward, like he got sacked 6 times last week. He had like 80 yards passing. Like this has to be the game where you just handle business. Going to Tennessee, beat their ass, come back home. Like it should be.
Yeah. I tend to agree, man. Dan Orlovsky was cracking me up because he was like, he was breaking down Cam Ward film, and he was just like so high on him, and it was like, what are you seeing, my guy? But then it made me think about it, and it was like, oh, it's Dan Orlovsky. He always just thinks that anybody who has more physical quarterback gifts than he does, he is blown away by them. That's like a total thing, man. Like if you're just more talented than Orlovsky, he will just be like, oh my God, how did he pull this off? So that's all it is. It's just Cam Ward's a better quarterback. That's all.
And that sucks because he is probably the #1 media fan of Stafford, which is hilarious.
Yeah, totally. Did you hear Tom Brady was talking about Stafford as well, pre-snap, and talking about the no-look throw to Puka, and he was like, that's just him knowing the defense. He knows exactly where they're going to go. He knows exactly where his guys are supposed to be. He's able to throw a no-look because he is so good pre-snap. And I was like, damn, all right, Tom.
Well, also, F Tom Brady, but yeah, Stafford.
Always.
Stafford is no, we can run the speaking of Dan Orlovsky, let's run this.
Let's check some stuff out here, man.
So I get what Orlovsky's saying. Like I like Cam Ward. I think he's going to be very good. I think he's going to be good. The issue, then these are the final 3 plays. 55 minutes. Denver's going to pin their ears back, but like the team doesn't help him. Like,
yeah,
that's easy throw.
It could be a little bit of a better ball, but you got to catch that still.
All right, here's the next play.
Pressure. Got to catch that.
Another one, right?
You got to hold up better in pressure there.
And then like
Bonito was on fire. Oof, yeah.
And then there's those 3 plays to end the game. That for me, that's like the epitome of everything I saw. That was the all game.
Yeah, that was
the whole game.
Yeah. You can't have it, man. I mean, and I think that part of that, especially that last play there, part of that is you need to know who's coming and who's not. You have to just be aware of that. It's like when with Matthew Stafford, when on that Puka play, Bo Limmer gets absolutely smoked on the block, and he's got a free runner, and Stafford just stands and delivers, and it's incredible. And Cam Ward, like we said, like we don't dislike Cam Ward over here. We are not the business of trashing Mr. Ward, first overall pick. I think he's going to be very good. I just think it's too early in his career, and that team is just not built up enough around him to really be able to succeed in the NFL. In fairness as well, Denver, solid team. They've got a really good defense, especially. Bonito was on fire last week. It's just so unfortunate for that offensive line of the Tennessee Titans that they get to deal with that and then us this week.
Right. I'm just saying, like I'm high on Denver's defense, but I'm also equally as high on the Rams defense. They had their tackles got put in a blender. Their right tackle is now out. Starting right tackle announced yesterday afternoon he's not playing, so they're down to their second string. Their left tackle, I don't think he's going to be as bad as he was last week. I think that's an anomaly, like being that bad. But he, take PFF with a grain of salt. But he had a 20 on PFF.
Yikes!
He got put in a blender all game.
Well, Dan Moore has been good in the past. I mean, he's played well for Pittsburgh and stuff like that. So I think it's just, he'll be all right.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, you had Denver. Now you're going up against Jared Verse. How fun!
And Byron Young and Kobe and Braden and Stewart's getting out there, getting his share as well. So, yeah, man, not a lot to be. I guess I hate to say it this way because we're only in week 2 and anything can happen in the NFL, but not a lot to be concerned about when it comes to our front against theirs. I think that if the game plan dictates that he's just getting rid of the ball really, really quickly, then that can obviously become a factor. But I also like our corners. We don't even know who's going to be covering who. So we'll never know until the game starts. Like who's going to be who do we have? Like, what's the plan for Ridley? We'll find out in the first quarter, just like the Titans will. So I'm excited for it.
I have a feeling it'll be a mix between Kobe Durant and Emmanuel Forbes on Ridley. Eric Aomenar, I think I'm saying his name right, the rookie out of Stanford. That's a bigger dude. That's probably an Akello call right there. Just big on big. But for all that they struggled on offense, and it was just a lot of not doing easy plays to help your quarterback, no rushing attack to help your quarterback. Their defense was equally as stout, man. Jeffrey Simmons is as advertised. He's very good. Top 3 defensive tackle in the league. Like, that dude was causing problems for Sean Payton's offense all game.
Yeah, I would say I'm a little bit surprised, but also relieved that how many times I'm seeing, Rams creators and podcasters and whatever. I hate the term creators, by the way, but like any kind of media people with the Rams, everybody seems to be like, no, Jeffrey Simmons can ruin your life. Like, he can ruin your day for sure. Any play he can.
You want to see?
Yeah, let's check that, man. Yeah, let's check it out. Let's check out Simmons just destroying the lives.
We'll run it. I just clipped defensive plays, so this is going to be all their defense. I don't have it in order, but pretty early here, you'll see a Simmons play. Like, if there's pressure, Simmons is in around the pocket.
Yeah,
you're going to have to send doubles his way.
Yeah, and the reason that that's such a concern is because both guards dealing with injuries on the Rams side, with Steve and Kevin both dealing with ankles. So all expectations, I haven't really heard anything about anybody being ruled out. Obviously, you want to not show your cards too early to your opponent. So, yeah, I mean, they're just getting into Bo Nix's face there. I think that Stafford will be a little bit more composed than a Bo Nix with this pressure that he's dealing with. Like that kind of stuff right there, I feel like Stafford handles that different. So, I don't know, man. I feel okay about it. That scorebug sucks, dude. Jesus, I hate that. So
you don't like the scorebug?
No, I think that the college scorebug is way too busy, and the NFL scorebug is way too basic. You got to find some middle ground here, Fox. What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
That's not the point of this, but you get it.
but what you do is you just throw multiple guys, like right there. It's obviously don't hold the ball for 5 seconds. On both of those sacks I saw, like, yeah, he's very good. He's doubled. But it's just not – what are you doing? Like, the tight end didn't help at all.
That's not a ball you can throw, man. I don't know. I don't think Stafford does that, though. Like, we can talk about the Titans' defense and getting those turnovers, stuff like that. I just feel like the Rams' offense is a little bit more, I would say, conservative in a positive way there. That's less risky than what we've seen from Bo Nix in week 1, so –
I mean, Stafford is good, usually good for one pass a game where he's like, I can fit that ball there. Yeah. I can do that. And what one strength of the Titans defense I'm seeing is their DBs are very, very good at baiting. They're fast. They're very smart. They got 2 interceptions basically on that. Like, hey, I'm going to wait in area. I know where my guy is. I see where you're trying to look me off. I'm going to bait you.
Yeah.
And they can force turnovers that way. So if that does happen, Stafford's not perfect. I could see him taking a gamble and getting baited on something, but usually he fires right back. He's not afraid of that shit.
Some of those runs that we just saw there at the end of that are also another reason I'm kind of excited for this one, because the Rams have not been able to get the ground game going. I mean, it's been one game, but Tennessee is certainly susceptible to it. I think that this is going to be a better run game situation than we saw last week. I was like, this run here, man, was at a 50-yard or something like that. Broke it off. I mean, we've got the ability to do that. Obviously, we know the history of Kyron and not being able to just take a massive gain. Yeah, like his are like 20 and then he gets caught, like, but either way, I think that we have a good setup here to just kind of be in a little bit of what I would almost consider a boring game. From depending on your perspective, I love a good defensive battle with where one mistake by a corner can change the entire outcome. I love that kind of stuff. But I think that the Rams are in a good spot to kind of just run the football, set up your play action, just kind of do to the Titans, just be efficient against the Titans. And I feel like we're able to, and in a really good situation to be able to pull that off. So
yeah,
I don't want to be overly confident, but like, I feel good about this game.
It's never about talent because there's too much parity in the league. You're not going to catch someone having a historically bad team. Like the Saints might be one of those, Not every team's the Saints. The Titans aren't devoid of talent. It really just comes down to game planning. when I wrote about the matchups, that was two of the matchups: Stafford versus the DC, and then Chris Shula's defense versus Brian Callahan's play calling. I think leverage is way in Los Angeles's favor. Can you do it on the field now? Like I think it really just comes down to what's the mindset when they step off that plane. Are you there to actually handle business, or are you going to fucking sleepwalk through this one? Like they sometimes will do, going to the East Coast.
Yeah, or are we already kind of eyeing Philly? You know what I mean? Like that could be.
I'm not worried. I just handle business. Like this should be like 31-10.
Yeah, it really should. I tend to agree with you too. There, like the Rams are just the better football team here, and I don't think I shouldn't blow anybody's mind and be like, "What? He thinks that the Rams are that much better than the Titans?" I do. I think it's Titans are in a build up situation right now. They're trying to figure themselves out. They've got a second year head coach who, in fairness, has been a really good DC or OC in the past. He was 5 years with the Bengals. We played against him in the Super Bowl and stuff like that. So I mean, he knows what he's doing. He's a good coach and stuff like that. But it's a team that's young and building up and. Rough offensive line that they're still working on and stuff like that. I just think that we're more solidified in ourselves than they are right now. So,
I mean, it's the defense is Denard Wilson. Where was Denard Wilson at before? He was, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Don't remember where he was. He's good on the defensive side of the ball. Oh, he was in Baltimore before. He was a DB's coach in Baltimore. That's what it was. He's a good coach. The play calling. I mean, look, you point to last year. Head coach is responsible for who you bring in. You're responsible for the play calling here. That was the Will Levis experiment last year. That one of the worst performing offenses in NFL history. You want to hear their final stat line for last week's game? That this is why I have so much.
Yeah, let's hit that for sure.
How many yards per play do you think they had? They had 55 offensive plays. How many yards per play? Not just rushing, total.
I mean, I don't know the number. I don't have it in my head, but I feel like it's pretty low. I feel like it's probably like a good 2.3. And that might even be high.
You almost hit it on the head. 2.4 yards per play.
Hell yeah. Awesome.
On the
big brand.
133 yards of total offense on the day.
Yeah, that's tough, man. That's real tough.
Yeah. It was 60 yards rushing, or no, 71 yards rushing. The rest were passing. So
yeah, man, that's not a recipe for dubs for sure. Obviously no trips to the end zone. Just the 4 field goals from Sly. They also have Hecker out there. That's obviously quite the weapon. So he could certainly be responsible for pinning the Rams back. Bones is their special teams coach. So I'm actually, my brain is like, watch the fakes on punts because I feel like he would totally want to do it to us too. You know what I mean? So like he would love to pull a Hecker fake against the Rams. I'm sure of it. So like that's where my brain's going to. Of like, we got to watch out for that man. He's gonna do it. I feel like it's gonna happen this week.
This is one of those games where something weird on special teams is going to happen for one team or the other. I listed Xavier Smith versus Johnny Hecker as a matchup because there was a situation. It was a quick punt. It was a one-step release punt for Hecker. It wasn't like a full build-up. They were pinned down at the 1. So if you could play, you can be a bully with field position, keep him within the 10, have him punt. You're setting up Xavier Smith for a big return because that is what happened in Denver. They gave up like a 15-yard punt return, and then the next play they scored a touchdown right before halftime. So you can catch some slipping, but then alternatively, they had a huge kick return right after that, and they kicked a field goal right before halftime. So anything can happen in special teams this week, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like fake is like at least on the table if the situation allows for it. You know what I mean? So if we're lucky, we'll get some good punter content this week because Hecker and Ethan Evans are like 2 of the coolest dudes in the universe, and they're both punters. They just happen to be punters, not like they're two of the coolest punters in the NFL. They're 2 of the coolest dudes in the NFL, and they also were punters when they play this week. So I'm excited for that, man. I want to circle back to one of your matchups there because I had in my best one-on-one on the Rams defensive side was Landman versus Cam Ward and calling out the plays and calling adjustments.
Ooh.
I really like that this week because Landman, obviously, NFC Defensive Player of the Week for week 1, coming in against a rookie. And our defense is a little bit weird, man. We're kind of all over the place. It's not something super basic to read where you can just, as a quarterback, especially only in your second NFL game, come up to the line and say, cover 3. Or like, you know what I mean? Like we're mixing stuff up. You also don't know who's coming. You don't know. You got to find out where everybody's lined up. Jared Verse is slipping inside now. We got all that stuff going on. So that's what I'm most excited for is, you know, if Cam Ward makes an adjustment, what does Nate do back? You know what I mean? Or what is Nate seeing in what Cam Ward's doing and making his adjustments? Or is Cam Ward seeing what Nate Landman's doing and making his own adjustments? I'm really interested in like the mental match between Cam Ward and Nate Landman this week.
I want to see pressure early on, even whether they're checking to it or not with Landman. Because then you can fuck with Cam Ward. He's a rookie. Brian Callahan's play calling has not been great. You can show pressure with Landman and Spates, and just bring 4 and get. If you can get pressure with 4, it's gonna be a long fucking day for them. Because then you're just dropping back and hanging out with 7 in the back.
And that's the thing is we can get pressure with 4. We've got a really good, like not even just our top 4. We've got a really good rotation. Because I would say our top 5, if you consider Kobe, Braden, Puna, Byron, and Jared, those 5, that's so scary. You line those guys up in a pass rush situation where they're teeing off at the quarterback. That's how do you do that? Because you're one-on-ones across the board unless you're keeping in a back or tight end, obviously. So, and one of those guys is going to win a one-on-one. Probably multiple are going to win a one-on-one in that situation. You know, so then you have to keep guys in. And obviously that's not typical of the situation, but because we rotate so much. But the thing too with putting Verse inside and Stewart on the outside is that Stewart now is responsible for contain, and Jared Verse can just tee off and go for the quarterback, which I think is why I like that alignment so much. Pushing Jared Verse on the inside and having Stewart on the outside is, yeah, Rook, don't let him get outside of you. Don't let him get that edge on you. Verse, go get him. You know, and I love that because now Verse doesn't have to play contain and try to get after it. So I love that actually. Like the first few times I saw, I was like, "This is so badass, man! I'm here for it, man." I was really excited, and I'm interested to see if that was just a matchup thing against Houston, or if that's just something we want to do this year. So,
nah, I could see that being a thing, especially if they go to that dime, like that heavy dime or whatever they want to call it, where they got like Tank McCullough in at line or light nickel. I don't know what the hell to call it, but it's not their base for sure.
We're making up positions over here for sure.
They're just putting the best 11 on the field and saying, "You see that guy at the ball?
Yeah,
fucking hit him,
kill him,
go hit him."
Yeah, because our defense is loaded full of maniacs, dude. We also have like a bunch of dudes who are just like, I want to kill somebody, and I love that. It's awesome.
Absolute psychos. Jared Verse is psycho number 1.
Yeah.
I wonder if I had any more. Let's see. Yeah, what did
any more clips?
Oh man, I could run more of Titans offense if you want.
I'm good with whatever, man. We got Van Jefferson on the side of Tennessee this time. Also Sebastian Joseph Day.
Yeah.
SJD. Well, somebody we won't see, Brandon Allen, quarterback. He was a former Ram, of course. Let's see. I think that may have been about it, except for the Hecker, Bones, and then linebacker coach Frank Bush used to be with us as well. So we got that as well.
I mean, if Cam Ward can get a clean pocket, like his arm talent is very good. Oh, there's a Tony Pollard fumble.
Watch out. Nate, it's going to come for you, Tony.
That peanut punch is calling Tony Pollard.
Man.
But then they go back to him. Like Tony Pollard's their bell cow. You're gonna get a healthy dose of him. They want to give him the ball 20 times. They want him to get as much going as possible. As much as last week obviously was like the litmus test of like, hey, how improved is the run defense? Oof. This really is the test. Because if you can shut down their run, you win the game.
Their leading receiver had 27 yards.
Because they can't operate. They're so dysfunctional Even when Cam Ward's putting the ball in their hands, they're just dropping it because they can't believe it's actually, this is the punt I was talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, like stop the run. You want Cam Ward to throw it 25 plus times a game. If he's throwing it over 25 times, they are probably losing by 15 at least in this game. That's my prediction. I think this is a 31-10 game. If it's anything closer than that, I feel like something bad happened.
I've been saying 24-6. I think that we keep them out of the end zone. And then I think we go to Philly, having not given up a touchdown on the season. Excuse me. But I feel pretty good about that, actually, like that we can hold them out of the end zone. Obviously, anything can happen. They're an NFL team. These guys get paid too. But I feel good about that. And then I feel good about the Rams' ability to just kind of march down the field. I don't think we'll get as many just like huge explosives because that's not really our style right now. But I would say that I feel like we're just efficient, get to second, third, and short and convert, get to second, third, and short and convert, and then just march our way down the field. I kind of feel like that's how this game's going to go for the Rams offense.
Oh yeah, I want to see something new, man. I don't want Stafford throwing it. He doesn't even have to throw it 20 times. Like I want 20 carries for Kyron. Give me 10 or 12 for Corum.
Mm-hmm.
Throw in a little Ronnie Rivers if you have to. Because who knows if I don't know if Jarquez is gonna.
Ronnie Rivers is not here, by the way, but it's
they could elevate him.
It would be Hunter, but yeah, Hunter. We'll see if he's going to be active. I was a little bit surprised, I guess, that he was inactive. But now with Schrader getting picked up, I think it's possible that Hunter gets some action this week.
Yeah, I'm confused. I didn't catch the notes on why Hunter wasn't in or not, but
it's a rookie. Yeah. We don't really use rookies that much, honestly. I mean, obviously, there's the examples of when we have Jordan Fuller, Puka Nacua, Josiah Stewart. So like there's examples of when it happens, but overall not a lot. Even Ferguson didn't. He only got teams reps. So yeah, that's an interesting one.
Yeah, I do recall being overhearing on the sideline of training camp that somebody on the team said that McVay doesn't like using rookies unless they are really impressive. They have to really impress you one way or another. But I know we only got a few minutes left here. I think there were some other notes that have come out the last day or two that we should touch, and then we can do a prediction, our final score prediction, and lock it in.
Okay, let's go.
I know some people were asking about Terrence Ferguson. Do we know why? Was it just a rookie thing? Was it just his injury? Was he just not caught up yet?
I think the injury had part to do with it. It was, not as many reps and stuff like that. And I just think that Sean McVay was probably more comfortable with Davis Allen and Colby Parkinson taking more reps than Ferguson. Just a comfort thing. I'm sure of it. Okay.
And then I know the ankles for the guards are day by day. They're trending towards playing. I know McVay is giving his McVayisms. But what's up with Parkinson? And then haven't signed too? I didn't realize Rob was hurt.
He was a little sore, but it was actually he would have practiced if it wasn't a veteran rest day. So Sean did mention that he was dealing with a sore ankle, but that it was a vet rest day, so it kind of just worked out that he was good. So back at practice, all that stuff. Colby, I'm not sure if we were expecting him to play this week. Actually, he is a little bit more banged up. He was missing practice. I actually have not seen practice reports from yesterday. Yesterday was crazy, but so I'm not totally sure about the availability of Parkinson, but I also imagine that the Rams are going to continue to be very cautious with their injuries, especially early season.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. And then the Jarquez Hunter one. I'll do some digging on Hunter. I have on today. I'll reach out to somebody. I'll see what's going on.
Nice.
I'll call Sean. I'll call McVay.
Yeah. Tell him what's up, and I want to know what brand of hair gel he uses.
Actually no hair gel. It's all natural.
Yeah, that's how he wakes up. It's actually a helmet. It just clipped on like in Community that Pierce's dad. It's like that.
Oh my god!
You get a lot of Community references on this show. I love it. That's good.
I'm impressed. All right, so score prediction.
I'm locking it in, dude. 24-6. I feel good about it. I think we keep the Titans out of the end zone. I feel like the Rams are efficient on offense, at least more so than last week.
I'm gonna say, because weird shit happens.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say 27-10.
Okay.
I want 27-10. I think 3 touchdowns, 2 field goals. Very similar to last week. One from Stafford, and then 2 on the ground. I could easily see Kyron getting logging 2.
Nice. What about
Yep.
theirs?
Probably Tony Pollard.
On like a short one or something?
Yeah, it's the NFL. If they get down to the goal line, I mean, they're
Houston didn't get within our
every scrub it's
15.
not.
They didn't
If
even
they
really
don't
get
get,
to, like, a huge striking distance there.
yeah, if that would be something. Keeping 2 teams out of the 15 back-to-back games.
Dude, I remember. Oh man, I don't have the year. It was somewhere in the gap of 12 to 14, I think, when the Rams had 2 back-to-back shutouts. One was against Washington. I know that. It was Raiders, and then Washington. So we had that 52-0 game where we shut out the Raiders, and then I think it was the next week we played in Washington and shut them out. And then it was the next week I think we gave up only like 7. And it was like, are we the best ever? It was like, we weren't at the time. We are now, but
Are we the shit?
Yeah, like, are we awesome? Oh my god, out of nowhere. And
we're gonna win everything.
Yeah, we're never gonna lose again. That's the way it is. All right. My pregame live will be. We are back on those. So I'll be live on the Ram Showcase Facebook and YouTube page ahead of the game as I'm heading to the bar. So check me out there. Do we want to talk about what we're doing on Monday? We got just like I have to go like at any second now, but do we want to talk about what we're doing on Mondays?
Oh yes. Do you want to? Me? You?
Let's do a little bit of a teaser here. Keep your Monday evenings open for Tuna and the Sheriff. But on Monday morning, we'll let you know exactly what's going on.
Yep, we'll see you after the game. Monday 7 a.m., Wednesday 7 a.m., Friday 7 a.m. But then yeah, we'll be doing something fun Monday evening.
Yeah, That'd more details on Monday. Caw.
All
right, we're gonna fade into the distance here. We're gonna talk about Titans players who are actually really, really good. Yeah, respect your opponent.
Oh, dude, Eddie George.
Ooh, solid. Give me Air McNair then for sure.